Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
An urgent update today as Midview Local Schools looks to the community for help this coming election day.
The Board of Education has chosen to once again ask the community to stand behind the district as they place a $6.2 million substitute levy on the ballot in May.
The issue was voted down in November after some voters said there was some confusion. Here to explain issue 4 is Rachel Wary.
Rachel, first up, can you explain to us what a substitute levy is?
Hi guys, absolutely. Voters who head to the polls will once again see the substitute levy, this time issue 4 on the ballot. Now what does that mean? In simple terms, a substitute levy is an attempt to combine two pre-existing levies, both of which are set to expire next school year. Let's take a look at what that means. Midview Local Schools currently has two emergency levies. One was passed in March 2012 and the second in February 2013. Combined, those two levies generate $6.2 million for the district. However, both emergency levies will expire at the end of 2023, leaving the district facing a $6 million deficit.
$6.2 million is a lot of money. Are taxpayers going to have to dig deeper into their wallets?
Absolutely not. The substitute levy will not add new taxes. Instead, it's simply renewing the taxes that taxpayers already pay to the district. However, there is one benefit. The substitute levy permits revenue growth on new construction, which means the district can now capture revenue when new homes and new businesses are built in the district. This additional revenue the district collects from new construction will ensure new residents pay the same amount as existing property owners. This rate will stay at the fixed dollar amount the community approved back in 2012 and 2013. Long story short, for existing taxpayers, there will be no new taxes and no tax increases with the substitute levy.
Braxton said it, $6.2 million is a lot of money. What are those funds used for, and what's at stake if the levy doesn't pass in May?
Kenzie, that's a great question, and it's the one that's really been on everyone's minds. The money from the substitute levy can only be used for day-to-day operations. This generally means to upkeep of buildings, buses, safety measures, campus grounds, parking lots, etc. It's important to note, too, that the $6.2 million is not an increase. That's simply what the district is already getting. Approval of the levy would allow Midview to maintain its current level of operations. That means the money isn't being spent on new buildings or programs. It's just keeping Midview in the black. As for what's at stake, Superintendent Dr. Bruce Willingham is already preparing for the possibility that the levy may not pass again. He has recently spent the week notifying staff about what potential impacts there may be. According to Dr. Willingham's update, the district is already preparing several cuts and reductions. The first is in staffing. First, the plan would call for a reduction in administration and communications positions, 2 at the building level and 2 at the district level, a 21% decrease. Additionally, the plan calls for a cut to teachers across the district. The plan would see 44 teachers cut at the end of the 2022-2023 school year. We would also see cuts to support positions. This is custodians, secretaries, food services, and transportation. A loss of $6.2 million could also mean changes to programming and everyday functions. Pay-to-play sports fees could be increased to $525 per sport, with no cap for families or individuals who play multiple sports. Technology fees could increase. Elective classes at both the high school and middle school could be cut, with at least 3 classes cut each. Class sizes could increase to 26 to 30 students per class. Kindergarten classes would be reduced to half-day only, and preschool tuition would increase to $1,700. With the cuts, the district would have 1 guidance counselor for every 500 students and 1.5 secretaries for every 2 grade levels. In addition, there would be no busing for families who live within a 2-mile radius of the schools. Those cuts would only generate a little over $4 million, meaning even more cuts would be planned for the end of the 2023-2024 school year. In addition, without the $6 million, state authorities will require the district to propose a new operational levy, which would most likely increase property taxes over their current level. Eventually, the Ohio Department of Education and the State Auditor of Ohio could place us into fiscal watch, or potentially worse, fiscal warning status. This means these state authorities could step in to control how to resolve our financial issues.
How can the community help? What's the need at this point?
There's a couple of things the district needs. First and foremost, it's important that everyone in the district who is eligible to vote is registered to vote. The truth is, we only had about half of our parents registered to vote, and out of the half, only about 1/3 actually voted in November. Anyone, student, parent, community member, anyone who is or will be 18 before November 7th, 2023 can register to vote. Students at the high school are being offered the chance to register through the Social Studies Department. Community members can register to vote by going to vote.gov. For students and community members who don't live within the district, there's still plenty you can do. The district will be hosting several volunteer opportunities, including a phone bank, opportunities to go door to raise awareness, and funding opportunities. The Midview Political Action Committee, called Funding the Future, is working on yard signs, sending out flyers, and also promoting on social media. They are setting up at events and also trying to get the word out to as many community members and parents as possible. In addition, they're currently running the 454 Stronger fundraising campaign to get the word out to the community.
For those who would like more information or who would like to learn more about volunteer opportunities, Superintendent Dr. Bruce Willingham is scheduling town hall meetings to discuss the levy with the community. The next meeting will be a Facebook Live town hall on April 12th.
In the meantime, anyone with questions can head to the Midview Local Schools levy website or reach out to Jordan Britt at Funding Our Future.
Check back to the district websites and social media pages as more information and updates become available.